ज्येष्ठाय फलचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गणेशाय फलचन्द्राय ज्येष्ठाय फलचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि ज्येष्ठाय फलचन्द्राय
Thank you, Nityatharan, the Classical Dance Club of Vienna VJIET. I thank Srinija, Sindhu, Samshrita, and Samhita for their performance. In the beginning. It is an honor and privilege to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of IEEE Nanotechnology Summer School 2022 on 4-day training on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials, organized by IEEE Vienna VJIET Student Branch and NTC Chapter in association with IEEE Nanotechnology Council Hyderabad. With the motto Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness lead me to light, Vijnana Jyoti Society makes utmost contribution through value-based education to assure societal transformation. The philosophy of Vijnana Jyoti unravels education as a process of presencing that is involve, indulge, and evolve. VJ strongly believes in the synthesis of direct experience, leading edge thinking, and ancient wisdom as it taps into deeper levels of learning for discovering new possibilities. Vienna Vignan Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, established in the year 1995, has been catering to the domain of technical education through value-based orientation for societal transformation. And it is gratifying to share on this scintillating arena that Vienna VJIET completed 27 years of glorious journey with many feathers in the cap, like NAC A++, College with Potential for Excellence by UGC, Gauge Diamond College rating, being Margadarshak for other institutes and university recognized research centers, and many more. With these few words of introduction, I take the privilege of inviting the dignitaries onto the dais. Now I take the privilege of inviting Dr. C. Thirumal Garu, Program Chair, IEEE Nanotechnology Summer School, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Dr. Y. Padmasai Garu, General Chair, NTC, and Dean Student Progression, Vienna VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. B. Chennakeswar Rao Garu, Director, Vienna VJIET, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. Please join me in welcoming Dr. J. Suryanarayana Rao Garu, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, IIT Hyderabad, to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I take the privilege of welcoming Dr. Santosh Sivasubramani Garu, General Chair NTC and Founder Chair IEEE NTC Hyderabad Section to grace the dais. Thank you, sir. I also welcome Dr. Atul Negi Garu, Interim Chair Hyderabad Section to grace the occasion. Sir is joining us virtually. Thank you, sir. Now I request all the dignitaries to mark the inaugural of 2022 IEEE Nanotechnology Summer School on 4-day training on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials by lighting the lamp. Thank you, everyone. Our former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, said in his book, Wings of Fire, that when we pray, we become a part of the cosmos, and prayer facilitates communion between human and the inner self. So may I invite Tejashwini and Saranya to invoke the blessings of the divine. Thank you, Tejashwini and Saranya. Now I request Dr. C. Thirumal Garu, Program Chair, to apprise us about the 4-day training program on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning to the honorable dignitaries on the dais, all the faculty members, participants, students, and heads of the departments, everyone present here. I'm very happy to be here today as a program chair for IEEE Summer School on Nanotechnology 2022, a 4-day training on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials. Being the chair of this program, I feel it's my responsibility to introduce the program to you all. I'll start with very famous words given by Richard Feynman about nanotechnology. That is, there is plenty of room at the bottom. Means to say that there are a lot of opportunities to explore about the materials when you go to the nanoscale. This exploration of nanomaterials requires proper understanding of fabrication techniques and characterizing them to understand their properties for better possible applications. Hence, the objective of the present program is given as to design nanomaterials with multiple functionalities by understanding the different fabrication methods and their characterization techniques. The understanding of fundamental principles behind the fabrication of nanomaterials and their characterization for possible applications is essential for every engineer or scientist who deals directly or indirectly the nanotechnology. Hence, the coming 4 days is planned to explore the various chemical, physical fabrication methods of nanomaterials with their characterizations for understanding the structure, optical, microscopic, spectroscopic, nanomechanical, microwave, and magnetic properties of materials at nanoscale. We have scheduled 6 distinguished lectures, 11 invited talks, and hands-on sessions or laboratory sessions wherever it's possible to fulfill the objective of this program. With this brief introduction to the IEEE Summer School on Nanotechnology 2022, I wish you all to realize that there is really plenty of room at the bottom with great learning experience and exploration on nanomaterials ahead. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Thirumal sir, for apprising us on the training program on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials. Now I take the privilege of inviting Dr. Y. Padmasai Garu, Chair, General Chair, NTC, and Faculty Advisor, IEEE VNRVJIET, to give the welcome address.
Thank you, Kanchana. Good morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Channakeswara Garu, Director VNRVJIET, Dr. Suryanarayan sir, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, IIT Hyderabad, Dr. Santosh, General Chair NTC and Founder Chair IEEE NTC Hyderabad section, is the man behind coming this event to VNRVJIET. With the support of Santosh, we got this opportunity. I thank Santosh, Dr. Thirumal, HODs, Dean Academics, Dr. Anuradha ma'am, my dear colleagues, my dear students, a warm welcome to this IEEE Nanotechnology Council Summer School. A 4-day training on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials. So many of you are thinking, sitting in the chairs, what is the need? I joined for ECE, I joined for mechanical or CS, what not. What is the need for this course? You are not aware how technologies are changing drastically. So if you are seeing your systems. When the first computer came into existence, the size of the computer is almost on this dais size. How we are able to reduce size day by day? All electronics engineers knows about Moore's law. We are in first year, you don't know. By the time you are coming to second year, whether it may be ECE or EIE or EEE branches, all of you are having all those things in your curricula. Okay, you know how we are able to reduce the size of the chip day by day. Now, even though we are having many technologies, why we are going for nanotechnology? Okay, nanomaterials. All of you are, we are having chemistry also part of our curriculum. So we should read each and every subject is important, whatever subject it is included in your curricula. We should not see it is not interested, I am not related to ECE, why should I read nanotechnology or some other branch? We should not say it is multidisciplinary course. Everyone should work on that. Actually, we are having a lot of scope. I already mentioned our aim is to reduce the size when you are building any product. So it is possible by using nanotechnology. So already you know, if you want to reduce the size, because of reduction of the size, the characterization of the materials varies. I'm not expert of that one. You can learn from eminent speakers all these 4 days, but I know little delta X, whatever I know, I want to share. Okay, because of that one, we are having many applications. Because of that size reduction, we are having many applications you take in VLSI design or medical. So many fields, we are using nanomaterials. Okay, so don't think whether I am belongs to ECE or mechanical. Each and every branch, we are having a lot of scope to do research. Okay, we are having, fortunately, we are having good nano center in our college. Srinivas Rao sir and Thirumal sir and team are taking care of that nano center. And along with that, IIT Hyderabad is supporting a lot. Suryanarayan sir, presently he came as guest, but previously also he is helping our center to grow. Okay, because of that one, our center got many grants from DRDO and other funding agencies to do many R&D activities. Okay, so you should not think I am first year. So what is the innovation? What is the idea? All those things. Actually, one of our EC students started in his startup. He started his idea from first year onwards. He is having what we have organized one event like this in his first year. We invited all first years also for the program. After attending that program, he got inspired by listening to the speakers. Okay, so he used to work after he never missed his classes. After his classes, he sits in the lab. He won't see time up to 8 also. When any student wants to work in the college, we'll provide keys to them. Sometimes some students, they sleep in labs also. Okay, you're having all infrastructure, whatever you need. You want to incubate your idea, we are here to support. Vijnan Jyoti Management also giving seed fund for 5 lakhs. If you are having idea, please come forward. You meet your teachers so that you can start your own startup in the college without single rupee. Okay, now when initially when up to previous few years, we are aiming for placements. Now our slogan is changed. You should start your own startup and you should be able to provide jobs to who are seeking for that. Okay, so I request all of you, you should be very smart. Some of the students called me, ma'am, when I attend this program, will you provide attendance? Okay, so whoever is very passionate about all these things, we should not bother about attendance. You are having 100% attendance. 75% attendance, you attend your classes. If you are really passionate about such programs, whatever programs it is organized in the college or in and around Hyderabad, if you are having the opportunity to attend, I request all the students to participate. Whenever you are interacting with the outside world, then only you are having opportunity to grow. It is not possible sitting in the 4 walls of the VNR. It is not possible. Okay, whenever you are having opportunity, try to attend, try to learn, try to listen first. Okay, please switch off your cell phones whenever you are attending any program. Concentrate on what speakers are talking about and make a note of those points. even though some of the points are difficult for you, but afterwards, after going home, you explore what is what. Okay, now everything is on your form. You can see, even though you're not following that, you can explore after going home. Okay, so please make use of opportunity, try to learn well, and don't compromise. Okay, so be proactive. Our already in induction, all eminent speakers and all teachers mentioned about the importance of time and values. So VNR believes on values. Please follow that one. Okay, any seniors come across? I already mentioned some of the EC students. Okay, so politely answer them so that no ragging problem. I wish all the best, and you're having good time to interact with the eminent speakers for all 4 days. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. B. Chennakeswarao Garu, Director VNRVJIET, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. Namaskar, Swagatam, Suswagatam to 4-day training program on fabrication characteristics of nanomaterials. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Department of Physics in association with the IEEE chapter at VNRVJIET organizing this summer school. So, first of all, I would like to thank all the guests on the dais and off the dais, deans, heads of departments, faculty, non-teaching staff, and my dear students and volunteers of IEEE chapter. So at the outset, I would like to once again extend a warm welcome to all of you for this 4-day event being conducted at VNRVJIET. So as already earlier speakers spoke, today I think everybody is talking about mezzanine technologies and nanotechnology also in addition to mezzanine technologies. So without, I think, nanotechnology, I think it is very, very difficult to build the computer, which is very, very essential tool for mezzanine technologies. So as you're all aware about the VNRVJIET, the IEEE chapter under the leadership of Padma Sai Madam, and as well as Atul Negi, who is the Interior Chairman, Hyderabad section, and Subramaniam Garu and Santosh Kumar Garu. All the people, I think, without their support, it's not possible to conduct this event in this particular manner. So please, all of you, we began to all of them for arranging this 4-day event at VNRVJIET. I think as you're all aware that the quote, as long as I live, so long do I learn. Quoted, that is quoted by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So without, I think, learning, so from the starting day, I think once if we can enter into the campus, I think we'll have a beautiful learning environment at VNRVJIET. So with this, I think, atmosphere, definitely you have to learn continuously, because the learning is not a static process. It is a dynamic process. Every day you have to learn new things and observe how the things are going on in and around the campus, and see that how you are going to grab the things actually. That is also very, very important. So you got an opportunity to attend these 4 days and try to interact with all the people, because we have invited eminent speakers. I think it is your duty to explore and see that at least you have to learn the new technology that is very, very important today actually. So you take any application, whether it is a medical application or a manufacturing application or any application, you take electronics. So there is a material. Something without material, there is no application. Okay. So in this connection, I think the material will play a major role. So once if we can select the best material, because you have a choice. So whether you want to reduce the cost or you want to improve the quality of the product, then you need to depend upon the material which you are going to select. So naturally, I think the material will play an important role. So naturally, I think you have to think about how to reduce the fabrication cost. Okay. and how you are going to improve the characteristics of each and every material. So you take a medical applications, nanotubes that are coming. So naturally that will yield the pain in each and every person, I think, whatever the problem that you're going to face it. So you have to think about three things when you are there in the campus. One is the learning, unlearn, learn, unlearn, and relearn. So once if you can learn something and you have to forget, then only there is a chance to learn new things. Otherwise, whatever the things that you have learned in the school, the same thing if you are going to repeat here, you are not going to learn extra information. Okay. So that way you have to learn new things and unlearn, you have to forget and again relearn. Okay, that way I think the process will grow. So as you are all aware about that, the VNRVJIET is giving the platform to each and every student, whoever is going to join in this institute. I think we are giving the top priority for all these extracurricular activities in addition to academic activities. So in this connection, I request all of you, please try to learn new things and exhibit your talent in front of all the other students and try to grow in your own chosen field. So that is the mantra at VNRVJIET. Each one of you, I think you have a potential, but you have to utilize that all the opportunities that are going to be provided by the VNRVJIET and try to grow further and reach whatever the goal that you are going to set. That is our wish actually. I wish you all good luck. Thank you. I think you are going to enjoy these 4 days. Finally, at the end of the day, you are going to learn some delta theta that will help you to grow further in your career. I wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for emphasizing the need for lifelong learning and also citing the need to tap the potential of nanomaterials for addressing the challenges of the society. Now, I take the privilege of inviting Dr. J. Surya Narayana Garu, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, IIT Hyderabad, to address the gathering.
Hello, good morning to everyone. So we are here to discuss the 4 days program on fabrication and characterization of the nanomaterials. As you know that the nanomaterials are very, very important in many technological applications. So for instance, if you consider any nanomaterial, when you go from bulk to nano size, the important properties of the materials will change, be it an electrical or optical or mechanical, thermal or magnetic properties or anything, they will change. So these properties will change based upon different principles. So particularly when you talk about the nanomaterials, the properties would change based upon the quantum mechanics of this one. Like whatever the physical principles that you would apply in the bulk scale, you cannot apply at the nanoscale. For instance, if you consider the electronic properties in case of the bulk materials, you would apply classical Ohm's law. But as you reduce the dimension of the material, you cannot apply the Ohm's law anymore. You have to use the Landau formalism. So basically what happens is, like when you have a nanowire or so the dimension of the material will be less than the mean free path, So whatever the resistivity or the resistance properties of the material that you would look in the bulk material, so they will be completely different at the nanoscale because there will not be any cohesion at the nanoscale. So this leads to different properties like conductance quantization and such kind of phenomena one can observe. On top of that, for instance, if you take gold will be in yellow color in the bulk form. When you go to nanoscale, it will be in the form of in the color of brown color. It is because of the conductance quantization, not conductance, but it's quantum confinement. Okay. So apart from that, there are many quantum mechanical properties such as quantum tunneling of the electrons. Based on that, the resonant tunneling diodes have been developed. So many other devices have been developed. So apart from this, all the magnetic properties of the materials will change when you go to nanoscale. And based on these nanoscale thin films and the nanoparticles, many devices have been developed, such as the tunnel magnetoresistance device, giant magnetoresistance device, and the spin valve structures. And these devices will be very much useful for the data storage applications. So basically, like when you go from the bulk material to nanoscale, the electronic properties change. And apart from that, like depending upon the dimension of the material, the density of states of the materials will also change. So for instance, if you consider the three-dimensional material, the density of states would vary as e power half, whereas in two dimensions, the density of states will be constant. And in one dimension, the density of states will vary as e power minus half. And in the zero dimension, so basically the quantum dot, the density of states will be like Dirac delta function. They will take the form of the Dirac delta function. So as you could see that the variation of the density of states with respect to the energy, they would vary from dimension, from one dimension to another dimension. So the bulk material you can classify as three-dimensional objects. The two-dimensional objects you can realize as a thin film. One-dimensional object you can realize as a nanowire, and zero dimension as a quantum dot. So all these different dimensions of the materials are being used in many technological applications, be it data storage, or be it in medicine, or be it in other devices, or be it in MEMS or NEMS or many other technological devices. Okay, so the base for all these things is the material and the nanomaterials. So I'm sure that in this 4 days program, you will learn more about the properties of these nanomaterials, and also the characterization of these nanomaterials and different characterization tools that you are going to use to characterize these nanomaterials. So for instance, if you consider the magnetic properties, you'll be like people will be discussing about the SQUID, the superconducting quantum interference device. If you consider the thermal properties, the differential scanning calorimetry or thermogravimetric analysis, if you consider the mechanical properties, the determination of the Young's modulus, if you consider the morphological properties, the transmission electron microscope or the scanning electron microscope, and if you consider the structural properties, the people will be discussing about the characterization of material with X-ray diffraction techniques, or if you want to know the microstructural information like the bending and stretching modes of the materials, one can use the Raman spectroscopy technique. So various experimental techniques. Apart from that, it is not just doing the experiment, you must also support your experimental data with some simulations. So I'm sure that some talks are also there in the direction of the simulations. So once you do the experiment, then compare your results with the simulation, then get the correlation between the experiment and simulation. So that will be best strategy of getting the new results and then the self-satisfaction. So with this, I would like to thank organizers for inviting me to be part of this wonderful program on fabrication and characterization of the nanomaterials. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that you will enjoy this session. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the insights related to nanomaterials, quantum mechanics, and strides made in the domain of nanotechnology. I deem it a great privilege to welcome Dr. Santosh Sivasubramani Garu, General Chair NTC and Founding Chair IEEE NTC Hyderabad Section, to address the gathering.
Hello all. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that attention. And everybody here was trying to motivate you all to be active for this entire 4-day session on the summer school, right? Let me try to give you a different perspective. Are you willing to hear? Great. So I was one among you sitting in the last row of the audience hall few years back. Do you trust me? From there, I'm turning to be here as a speaker. A speaker who, which session I was attended, motivated me enough to explain a most complex concept in magnetism called interlayer exchange coupling using a Hyderabadi biryani. Isn't that exciting? When I was about to sit waiting for my lunch, he was bringing up a slide of a Hyderabadi biryani and telling me how this interlayer exchange coupling works. That's a spark. So that's the entire motive of all this summer schools or any workshops people are trying to organize as part of your institute or IEEE. So I take this opportunity also to thank the VNR management, the IEEE, Dr. Padmasai Madam and Dr. Chennakeswara Garu and all other eminent people on the management board to pick up all IEEE activities. Being in IEEE not alone gives you expertise or leading edge on the technical research happening around the world. rather gives you an opportunity to network among bright peoples around the world when you want to do something on a particular research. Say, you will not believe me, but I have heard enough stories of student volunteers who have been transitioned from their second year BE, third year BE, and fourth year BE, being associated with IEEE. They are able to communicate a mail directly to a high-tech professor from the States or Germany or even in India, leading edge professor whom you cannot approach normally. But using IEEE, they're used to draft mails on their own, and they're getting the opportunity to interact with them either virtually or offline and share their knowledge, technical expertise, not only with technical expertise, but it's also in career networking session. So being with that in mind, I take opportunity to thank Dr. Thermal and his team for setting up this beautiful workshop on this fabrication and characterization. And we have put in our efforts to walk you through all the aspects, not only in the simulation experiments, but from every walk of the stage. You will be excited to hear people talking about neuromorphic computing, non-volatile memories, rebooting computing, and many others, as you have already seen in the schedule. It is handpicked, and you would not be surprised after the entire 4-day session. You all will be motivated enough to go back and read the literatures, or you will be updated what is happening in the world, other than your peers who did not attend the summer school. So I hope you enjoyed your stay here at the summer school for the entire 4 days, and it will be a good lesson for your technical wise as well as networking session. Hope it is great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the journey of NTC Hyderabad section and the efforts of the team and bringing this program to the college. And we also have understood the importance of exploring the field of nanotechnology. Now, I take the privilege of inviting Dr. C.D. Naidu Garu, Principal VNRVJIET, to grace the day. Now, I request our principal sir to address the gathering.
I'm sorry I'm late today, stuck with the hostel work there. Dignitaries on the days and my colleagues, Tirumal and Padmasai and Channakeshwara Garu, and my colleagues and students. It gives me great pleasure that we are working, organizing 4-day event in ECE domain and physics domain. Tirumal will always claim it is a physics domain. So I feel it is a ECE domain subject. So that discussion will go on between Tirumal and myself since long, actually. So materials is the subject now where people are talking about. Earlier, material science is nobody used to talk about it. So that's a thing. So I share a small story about myself. In 1983, I went for a PhD program interview for IIT Kanpur. So after 3 long hours of interview, so they send me out and then come back after 2 hours. So in that 3 hours discussion, I went from BTech to PhD, unknowingly that I should do it MTech in between. So those days, after a long discussion, that there was about 10, 15 professors were sitting in each domain areas. So everybody wants to pick their own candidates. That's the culture on those days. So whoever wants to pick their candidates, they used to sit in the board. So I was interested in those days in microprocessors. That's the hot area in those days. Everybody wants to do something in microprocessors domain area. So some material professors, material science professors also were there. So there are a number of questions that are coming. The 3 hours schedule is over. So I was sent out. So they told me that you come back after 2 hours. So I went back after 2 hours. So they called me inside. So you are more fit for material science PhD. I want to take you in my lab. You want to work with material science. No, sir, I'm not interested in materials. I don't want to work on materials. I want to work on digital domain area. If not microprocessor, anything digital. So that argument went another probably 5-10 minutes. So some senior chairman or somebody there, So do you really want digital or really want to go for material science? These are the two choices that you have. So I want to forego digital. So he asked directly, want to take this fellow? Okay. So no, I don't want to take the material fellow. He suits material science more suitable for his knowledge and other things. So material, you do it material. So no, I tell them I don't want material science. I came out. So that way, so those were the days where material science was given very least importance, probably amongst the youngsters in those days. So nowadays, I'm talking about 83, 84. So these days, material science was the prominent area where VLSI domain, we were studied tubes as well as small transistors. So later on, generations have been changed, even in ECE. Now it has become very small area of chips has come. Everything is into chips. Even today, shortage of chips, cars are not delivered on time to the customers. So to that extent has come. So where the root cause for that behind story is materials, semiconductor materials, nanomaterials, whatever you call it. So that is the thing that that is there in those days. The least important subject those days has become most important and most research oriented subject now. So everybody is talking about materials and nanomaterials. So that's the thing that I wanted to share with you. How the priorities will change along with the generations. So now this area is booming now, and everybody, even government of India, is thinking bringing foundries into the from China and Taiwan into India. So they now probably EC, and as Thirumal said, they're talking about it. Material science domain area will boom up. Competing computer science. So computing computer science, this is the area where students will naturally look for this stream than that computer science in near future. I hope so. This will be because what I'm saying is that's if I speak in Telugu, ఆదరణ తగ్గింది మన EC branch. So that's the thing we should boom up now. This is the time where we need to regenerate. All students should work in that direction, take up research areas in that area and make things happen for getting employment and getting startups in the domain area. So I wish you good luck. I congratulate Padmasari Thirumal for choosing this area and organizing this 4-day workshop with all the experts coming in and talking about all the materials. I hope all the students will get benefited out of this 4-day event. Thank you. Thank you for all of you. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for sharing with us your journey and your story, for not selecting materials at that time, and also mentioning the importance of exploring the field of semiconductor materials and nanomaterials. And I hope our students will not ignore all this in the coming future. Now I invite Dr. Atul Negi Garu, Interim Chair, Hyderabad Section, to address the gathering. Sir is joining us virtually.
Good morning. I hope I am audible. Kindly give a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, just a few seconds, sir. We are just connecting our live on the projector, so just a few seconds, sir.
Okay.
Atul sir, we are good to go, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So, I first of all, I have to apologize for not being able to be there present physically. There are too many other uh, conflicting schedules. So, but I have heard through all the introduction. So, um, my okay. So, to address the gathering formally, the respected director, principal, dean, and faculty members, and students, and the guest speakers for this nanotechnology uh, council, educational school. Actually, seasonal schools are very important in IEEE. See, what happens is that in a lecture, one single lecture, we may be able to give some kind of a knowledge or impart some ideas. But when an entire theme has to be expanded, which is there in this case, say for example uh, in this summer school, okay, so that is it will cause a step up. It will cause a step up in the knowledge of the participants. Okay, it could cause like as uh, uh, Dr. Santosh has been saying that it can cause a transformation in your thinking and into your life goals and your approach. Okay, so that is the importance of the seasonal schools in IEEE. And I have seen that the institute, that is VNRVJIET, has taken great efforts to organize this in a grand manner, and I'm sure it will achieve the goals. And I am really envious of the participants, because they are going to learn such very interesting topics, um, as Dr. Santosh has outlined. Okay, and he's ably supported by Dr. Thirumal, and I thank Dr. Satyanarayana from IIT Hyderabad for being able to facilitate and help them and give them a good boost for this program. Okay, so with that, I wish this program all the best. Okay, and I hope that it will be helping all the students to get a wider perspective on their knowledge. And as has been stated, our, our progress or career in life is limited by our knowledge. All right. So if we expand our knowledge, it may be that we are expanding our career growth possibilities. Okay. So students should know and understand and appreciate that right now they may not know or understand how it might be helping them in their life and career in the future. But definitely, if they learn some things here, it is definitely going to add to their knowledge, and who knows where they may land up. They may land up in some kind of a great postdoctoral program, or they may land up in some kind of a international startup industry, whichever it may be. Okay, so with that, I conclude my talk. I wish the program once again the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of motivation. Now I request our principal, Dr. C.D. Naidu Garu, to felicitate Dr. J. Suryanarayan Garu, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, IIT Hyderabad. So please accept the token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now I request our director, Dr. B. Chennakeswar Rao Garu, to felicitate Dr. Santosh Sivasubramani Garu, Founder Chair, IEEE NTC, Hyderabad Section Chapter. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. V. Priyanka Garu, Finance Chair NTC and Branch Councillor of IEEE VNRVJIET, to propose the vote of thanks. Good morning, everyone. It's a proud privilege to convey a vote of thanks for the inaugural ceremony of IEEE Nanotechnology Seasonal School on fabrication and characterization of nanomaterials. On behalf of IEEE VNRVJIET and the organization, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Sandeep Garu and Surya Narayan Garu, for enlightening us and creating a great interest towards the nanotechnology field. Thank you, sir. We would also like to convey our regards to our principal, sir, director, sir, dean, and heads of the departments of the institute for giving us the opportunity to conduct the event in the campus. We would also like to thank all the delegates on and off the dais, participants, and students for being a part of it, and we wish you all the best for the sessions and a great takeaways from the event today. Last but not the least, my colleagues and staff for organizing this event and make it a grand success. Without their kind support, it was very difficult for us to step towards the progress. Thank you all. Our General Secretary, Justice Sheshagir Rao Garu, has conveyed his best wishes for the success of this program. Thank you very much, sir, for all the motivation. We request everyone to report to your venues for the events now. Thank you, one and all.